Hello and welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm your host, Amber Patterson. What will your kids be up to this summer? Find out about some of the unique summer camp offerings Volusia County has to offer this year. From Camp Fun and Fit to nature-based programs, there's something for everyone. And the not-so-lovable love bugs are back for their first flight season of the year. Find out what you can do to protect your car's paint since they swarm along roadways. And last, find out how staff at the Marine Science Center are always up to a challenge when there's particularly large influx of sea turtle washbacks and injuries. Those news segments, special reports, and more coming right up on Volusia Magazine. I hope you stay tuned. Driving around Volusia County, you can't avoid those love bugs. They're back for their first flight season of the year. The spring flight occurs during late April and May. A second flight occurs during late August and September, and flights can extend over periods of 4 to 5 weeks.
We only see them a couple of weeks a year, in the spring and the fall. The rest of the time, they're down in the soil. The larvae, the egg, are developing. Once they hatch out in the spring and the fall, their sole purpose is to mate, reproduce, and then they die in a very, very short amount of time.
The spring flight occurs during late April and May. A second flight occurs during late August and September. Flights extend over periods of 4 or 5 weeks. Usually love bug flights are restricted to daylight hours, and at night they rest in low-growing vegetation. Adult love bugs are harmless and do not sting or bite, but they are a considerable nuisance to motorists. They congregate in large numbers along the highways, and the insects spatter on the windshields and grills of moving trucks and automobiles. Windshields become covered in the fatty remains, which can obscure a driver's vision. According to Dave Griffiths of the Volusia County Extension Office, there are several things that can be done to lessen the problem facing motorists.
One thing you want to do to protect your vehicle is you want to make sure it's always waxed, have a good coat of wax on the hood, on the bumper, to make sure that material, the goop from the bugs doesn't stick. It's easier to wash off. Another thing you can do for the windshields, because the windshields are very, very important. When all the bug goop gets on the windshield, it distorts our vision. It makes it difficult for us to see. So you can use products that you can spray on your windshield that will allow water to streak off and it'll allow the bugs to come off easier. So these are two great things that you can use. Some people also use such things as PAM, baby oil, cooking oil, and they will put a nice sheen on the front. But you want to make sure that you be careful with that and that it doesn't harm the finish of your paint. So if you're in doubt, always just use some type of a good quality car wax.
The bugs also clog radiator fans, which can cause cars to overheat. And if that's not enough, the fatty tissue of the love bugs will cause pitting of the car's finish if it's not removed within a few days. A number of insecticides have been evaluated for effectiveness in controlling the love bug population. Most of them kill love bugs but are impractical because of the high populations of the insects that occur over vast areas of the state.
If you drive a white vehicle like I do, you may think that love bugs are attracted to lighter colors. And you're correct. They are attracted to lighter colors. But what really attracts love bugs is the fumes and exhaust from our vehicles. That mimics organic material that's in the soil. So that's why we'll see them a lot around roads, parking lots, things like that. But they are attracted more to whiter vehicles than others. If you, like I do, and like a light vehicle, you just have to assume that twice a year, you're going to have love bugs around your vehicle. For more information, please contact volusia.org, click on Agricultural Center, and get our publication on love bugs.
Fitness can be fun. That's the idea behind Volusia County's newest program, Camp Fun and Fit, a summer camp designed for children ages 8 through 12. The week-long camps will debut in July at 4 public schools: Edgewater Elementary, Palm Terrace Elementary, Orange City Elementary, and Taylor Middle High School. A recent survey of Volusia County middle schoolers found that 32% of them describe themselves as being overweight, and 28% say they do not get sufficient vigorous activity. Nearly half of the students say they were exposed to secondhand smoke in the past 7 days, which is above the state average. And 1 in 5 said they felt so sad or hopeless every day for 2 weeks or more that they stopped doing some usual activities during the past school year.
We got together with some of the leading health professionals in Volusia County and brainstormed ideas that could make a difference in our children's health. We decided to launch a new summer camp that would focus on fitness and nutrition in a fun atmosphere. This is our first year, and we hope to build on it in the future.
The camp fee, which is $65 a week plus a one-time $15 registration fee, includes field trips, a t-shirt, breakfast, and lunch. Camp scholarships are available to income-eligible children through Volusia County's Community Assistance Division.
Camp Fun and Fit will give kids a chance to learn about healthy choices while having fun. The kids will eat healthy foods, play active games, and develop healthy habits. Fitness activities will include kickboxing, bowling, and a scaled-down version of the Junior Olympics.
Applications are available at all Volusia County Public Library branches and also online at volusia.org/camp-fun. The Marine Science Center specializes in the rehabilitation of sick or injured sea turtles and sea birds. With the latest influx of sea turtle washbacks, the Marine Science Center is certainly up to the challenge.
Most recently, we've been getting quite a few turtles just from right here in our area in Volusia County, but we've been getting sea turtles from all the way up in Nassau County, Duval, St. John, so we've been getting turtles from everywhere. But most recently, we've been getting quite a few right locally. We actually had a loggerhead strand right here at the jetty, not even a mile from our center.
Since the first of the year, 69 ailing sea turtles have arrived at the center for treatment. Nearly 40 arrived in the last month. To put this into perspective, the MSC received 40 sea turtles for all of the year 2012. This year's rehab candidates are loggerheads, green, and Kemp's Ridley turtles.
Most of the animals that are washing in, like I said, have very chronic issues, so a lot of them are very anemic, so we're going to be giving them iron injections and different vitamin injections, and as soon as we can get them eating or tube feeding on some good nutrition, we're going to try to get that in them to help resolve some of their nutritional deficiencies. We're also giving them a lot of fluids. They're very dehydrated, and the majority of them are coming in with very low glucose levels. Their blood sugars, basically they've been out there struggling in the surf, and they burned off all the energy they have, and they're so sick that they aren't able to actually hunt for food on their own.
Some turtles may have been affected by an unusually long winter.
And so a lot of these animals that are washing in, it's been going on for months, and we don't really know exactly what started it with them, but it is likely that some of them were put even further behind the curve by cold weather and longer winter than usual.
The Marine Science Center is an environmental learning center that rehabilitates sick and injured sea turtles and seabirds. Visitors can view the center's rehab specialists caring for injured turtles and can learn about marine life in the center's exhibit hall, which includes a 5,000-gallon artificial reef aquarium, a stingray touch pool, anatomical exhibits of whale and a dolphin, and a gift shop. The Marine Science Center also has a bird rehab area that has several birds in captivity. For more information, you can call the Marine Science Center at 386-304-5545 or visit themarinesciencecenter.com.
Hi, I'm Deb Denny's with the Volusia County Council, urging you to be a driving force for the arts. If you renew your vehicle registration and request a state-of-the-art specialty plate, $20 of the fee goes directly to support cultural programs right here in Volusia County. In recent years, license plate revenues have been used to restore artwork in the historic courthouse, host numerous public programs and workshops, and market the arts. Putting one of these plates on your vehicle shows your commitment to the arts and lets others know that Florida really is a state of the arts.
Summer's just around the corner, and that means thousands of young people will have a lot of time on their hands. One way to fill up their days is through summer camps. Volusia Here and Now reporter Joanne Magley has a look at some specialty camps designed to bring children closer to nature.
Kids can learn, play, and explore during Volusia County's summer camps, which will be offered at more than 20 sites. The county's park program is offering 8 weeks of supervised activities, sports, crafts, and field trips for children ages 5 to 15. In addition, the county also is offering specialty nature-based summer camps at the Lionia Environmental Center in Deltona and the Marine Science Center in Ponce Inlet that takes kids out of the classroom and into the environment. Sandy Falcon is the manager at the Lionia Environmental Center and says campers will get up close with nature.
Each day they can be doing anything from taking a hike in the preserve, taking soil samples out in the preserve to analyze the types of sand we have. We have biodiversity programs where they count the numbers of plants and animals that we have out there. And then they come in and they might do some crafts, play some games, have scavenger hunts. We also have a lot of guest speakers that come in and present to them.
And the speakers range from experts at the Marine Science Center to workers from the county's recycling program. Some speakers bring live animals, but new to campers this year, live animals that live at the center. One of the ambassadors here at the Lionia Environmental Center is Blaze, a 7-year-old albino corn snake who gets to interact with children on a daily basis. The center also has a hedgehog named Bruce Quillis and Thor, the bearded dragon.
What's really great about them is children get hands-on, they learn how to care for the animals. It becomes a part of their daily routine to check on them, to see if they've fed yet, to help watch them eat, help care for their cages, and really gives them a hands-on experience.
Across the county, children can experience the wonders of marine wildlife through camps at the Marine Science Center. Michael Brothers is the manager at the center, which has been offering summer camp programs for 11 years. And what can the kids expect?
They have the chance to go canoeing in Mosquito Lagoon in search of getting a close-up encounter of manatees, to go canoeing on the St. Johns River and explore the beautiful St. Johns River and Blue Springs Run.
Of course, the children will get to spend time inside the Marine Science Center, doing things like feeding stingrays and seeing the staff work on injured sea turtles and birds in the rehabilitation centers. But it's the hands-on activities that really leave an impression on the campers.
We go through this exercise at the end of every camp where kids talk about what they enjoyed the most. And almost invariably, it's going to be action activities, activities where they're out and getting wet, whether it's canoeing with the manatees, whether it's seine netting. It's going to be activities where they are out, where they are doing, and where they are participating in their own education. And without realizing it, they're absorbing new knowledge and getting a better understanding of the marine environments of Volusia County.
The cost for camps at the Marine Science Center range from $70 to $175. For more information, call 386-304-5529 or visit marinesciencecenter.com and click on Calendar of Events. For the Lionia Environmental Center Summer Camp, the cost is $65 per week plus a one-time $15 registration fee. For more information on that camp, call 386-789-7207 extension 251. You can also visit the website lioniapreserve.com, click on the Environmental Center icon, and then click on the summer camp flyer. For Volusia Here and Now, I'm Joanne Magley.
And for more information about all of the summer camps offered by the county's Parks Department, you can call 386-736-5953, or you can visit volusia.org and click on the summer camps banner on the homepage. All camps start the 2nd or 3rd weeks of June. And now it's time to turn the cameras to health reporter Stephanie Strong for this message from the Volusia County Health Department about the SHARPS program.
Household-generated sharps include hypodermic needles, syringes, and lancets. They are typically used in the home for insulin injection or for administering medications to treat other chronic diseases such as allergies, arthritis, osteoporosis, multiple sclerosis, hepatitis B, and HIV. Do you know how to properly dispose of your sharps? Do not dispose of sharps by flushing them down toilets. Do not place them in cans. Do not place them in milk jugs. That's not environmentally safe.
Hi, Ron. Hi. Don't you know about the Health Department's Community Use Sharps Disposal Program?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm on my way to the Health Department now to turn my container in. Why don't you come along and I'll show you how the program works?
Okay.
It's easy. Hi, Monet.
Hi.
I'm here to turn in my Sharps container.
Okay.
And this is my friend Ron. Can you explain how the program works?
Sure. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Monet.
Our program works when your Sharps container is full. We are a drop-off location. It costs nothing to drop them off. We will dispose of them. You can buy another container from us if you'd like. You don't have to purchase them from us, but we do have them for sale for a nominal fee. I have two sizes, small and one that's a little bit larger. The thing that's pretty unique about these containers, you put the syringe in the bigger hole and you slide the needle over to the smallest point. You give it a good crack and the needle will fall in the container, and the syringe can then be thrown in the garbage.
Managing and disposing of household-generated sharps safely reduces pollution to the environment and prevents injury and disease transmission from needle sticks. Never leave needles or syringes on streets, in parks, or anywhere else where they could injure someone.
I think this one would meet my needs.
Okay, that sounds great.
You've been more than helpful.
Thank you so much. You guys have a nice day.
Okay.
Wasn't that easy?
It was.
If you do not have a community use sharps disposal program in your area, all sharps should be disposed of in rigid, puncture-resistant containers, such as liquid detergent bottles, bleach bottles, or metal containers. For more information about the Community Use Sharps Disposal Program, including locations, times, and hours of operation, please visit www.volusiahealth.com. For Volusia Magazine and on behalf of the Volusia County Health Department, your guide to better health, I'm Public Information Officer Stephanie Strong.
As always, if you have any questions about this or any other health-related issues, you can log on to volusiahealth.com. Let's head now into the studio to join Community Information Director Dave Byron and his guest, Beach Safety Ocean Rescue Captain Tammy Maris, for a chat about beach safety.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Volusia Magazine today. The busy Memorial Day holiday weekend is right around the corner, and that means thousands of people will flock to the beach for fun in the sun. Volusia County's Beach Safety Ocean Rescue will be out in full force, staffing the lifeguard towers and doing everything they can to keep beachgoers safe. If you're going to the beach, there are some common sense things that you should do to keep you and your loved ones safe. Beach safety is our subject today with our studio guest, Beach Safety Ocean Rescue Captain Tammy Maris. Tammy, thanks for being with us.
It's great to be here.
Tammy, Memorial Day, a big holiday weekend, going to be lots of people out for the beach. What level of staffing are you going to have for the holiday weekend?
We're going to be fully staffed for the holiday weekend with officers and lifeguards.
So how many towers in general do you think you try to have open on a busy holiday weekend?
Well, we hope to have probably about 50 towers open on the holiday weekend, and we're going to try to do more if we can.
You know, Tammy, hopefully, you know, the weather will be great. Usually the holiday weekend is a very, very busy time, and you know, we want to provide some just good common sense public safety things that the public should keep in mind. And I can't think of any better advice for a person going to the beach, especially if they have a family, is to swim in front of a lifeguard. That may be the biggest single thing that people can do.
Absolutely. It's the most important and basic thing that anyone can do when they come to the beach, is make sure when you come to the beach you park in an area where there is an open lifeguard tower. Or if you're parking off the beach, we do have a lot of open lifeguard towers in off-beach parking areas as well.
And you know, we think of our lifeguards on the beach. Obviously, they're there to keep their eyes focused totally on the water, but they're also there to help the public and to answer questions. And if people have any concerns, they shouldn't hesitate to approach a lifeguard and ask questions that they may have.
Absolutely. When you come down on the beach, we do have beach condition signs that tell you the beach conditions or the water conditions for the day. But it's absolutely important to go to the lifeguard and ask, you know, where they should go in the water, how far they should go in, and they're definitely there to help you.
Right.
So don't hesitate to go up to a lifeguard and ask questions.
You know, one of the prime concerns, particularly during certain types of weather, is rip currents. And the lifeguards are very experienced in being able to spot rip current activity. And again, as you just pointed out, people should not hesitate to ask, because that's a very, very important piece of information. Are there any rip currents today?
Correct. Yeah, rip currents are probably the most dangerous thing when you go to the beach.
Right.
So that is the most important thing to do. Find out where the rip currents are and make sure you're in front of an open lifeguard tower.
But if you know what to do, if you should be unfortunate and caught in a rip current, if you know what to do, you can safely get through a rip current. Tell us what people should do if they should be inadvertently caught by a rip current.
Yeah, rip current is a current that pulls you into deeper water. It doesn't
Right.
pull you under. So the first thing, don't panic.
Right.
And yell for help. If you're caught in a rip current and you can't get out, yell for help, or you know, wave your hand. But the best thing to do to get out of a rip current is swim parallel to shore.
Right.
Either left or right, and try to get out of that current and then swim back into shore. But if you can't do that, float. The best thing you can do is float and do not panic.
Right. Yeah, and as we've talked many times here, it's really only a short distance, as you say, parallel to the beach, not this way or that way, but sideways, and you are out of that rip current. It's amazing how small they are, but how powerful they are.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easy to get out if you swim parallel to shore and don't panic, and you can float. Never swim alone. And you know, if you see someone caught in a rip current, don't be a victim too. Make sure you yell for help, or go get a lifeguard, or call 911. Don't
Right.
try to go out and rescue somebody.
Obviously, there are some areas on the beach where we allow vehicles to park on the beach. We kind of discourage, you know, the back and forth traffic, you know, the cruising, if you will. But there are areas, of course, on the beach where you can park your vehicle. So if you're going to the beach in an area where there are vehicles, particularly if you have kids, particularly if they're little kids, you really have to be careful.
Absolutely. When you have kids and you go to an area of the beach where there is driving, it's extremely important to hold their hand when they're crossing the traffic lane at all times. And another easy thing you can do is set up all your belongings, your chairs, umbrellas on the east side of the traffic lane. That limits the kids wanting to go back and forth across the traffic lane to get things out of the vehicle, or food, or toys.
Right. And we've seen so many cases, Tammy, where you know, you go to the beach, you get in your chair, you kind of start catching some sun, and you get a little, I don't know, lazy, if you will. You know what I mean? You get half asleep, and that's where the parents really need to be vigilant. Is don't ever let your guard down.
Absolutely. I mean, you come to the beach to relax. So
Right.
that's what people do. They get in the chairs and they relax, and they get, the children are playing.
Right.
But then a child wants to get something out of the car and doesn't tell the parent, and they
Right.
cross a traffic lane. I've seen it so many times where parents don't even know, you know, where the children are on
Right.
what side of the traffic lane.
Right.
And another thing, when you're unloading and loading your vehicle, is extremely important, because you get off guard, and kids just tend to go back and forth. So.
And we discourage people from parking on the side of their vehicle on the sandy side, correct? I mean, it takes up a space for people to park, and it's also very difficult to see people that are laying in the sand.
Yeah, there is parking on the west side of the traffic lane only,
Right.
and we do not allow people to lay in between the cars on the west side of the traffic lane. It's a danger. A car will go pull in a parking area
Right.
and not see people until the last minute.
Right.
And also, it's better for you to be on the east side of the traffic
Sure.
lane. It's safer.
Sure. Now, you know, a lot of people go to the beach, they like to bring beverages. One of the things that we don't like them to do is to bring alcoholic beverages on the beach. They're not allowed.
Right. Alcohol on the beach is not allowed. It's not allowed in plastic containers or cans in any form.
And obviously, drinking and driving, whether you're on the beach or going to and from the beach, is absolutely something everyone shouldn't do, and it's a very big concern.
Yeah, it's a big concern, and that's why it's strictly enforced. Alcohol on the beach is not allowed, especially where they're driving, and people tend to drink and then go in the water, and that's very dangerous also.
Right. You know, gosh, I don't know how many times we've seen it. I know you've seen it thousands of times where people will go to the beach. Perhaps they don't go to the beach on a regular basis. Perhaps they're from an area where the sun isn't as powerful. They come to our beach, they lay there for 2 or 3 hours, and all of a sudden they've got a terrible sunburn that ruins their vacation. So sun protection is very important.
It's extremely important. It's not like laying out up north, and especially when you're sweating and in the water, it's extremely important to reapply your sunblock probably every 15 minutes if you're out there in the elements.
Yeah, and you know, the sun care products that people should purchase, they list the SPF factor on it. What do you recommend as a minimum SPF?
I recommend at least 30.
Right.
Yes.
And as you just said, you know, apply that sunscreen frequently. A lot of the products will say, you know, they're waterproof and that sort of thing. But really, if you're going in the ocean particularly, reapply that sunscreen.
Absolutely, yes. It gets hot out there. People tend to sweat. People tend to get in and out of the water. And a lot of times they forget. And we do see that a lot.
You know, as you pointed out earlier in our discussion, there are several areas on the beach. In fact, I think there are more miles of no driving on the beach than there are miles where you can drive on the beach. And people with kids or people that really might want to relax, they should seek out a no drive zone where there are plenty of off-beach parking areas.
Yeah, we do have about 18 miles of beach that is no driving. So, and we do have signs on our major approaches and roads telling you where the no driving areas are. And if you do have small children, that's an option you might want to think about.
Tammy, I know over the last several years the county has made a pretty concerted effort to increase the amount of information that's available, particularly public safety information. I know you have a very, very comprehensive beach app for people with smartphones that gives a great deal of information. Tell us about what's available with this app.
Absolutely. The app is it's great. You can get on the app. You can find out what towers are open or closed for the day. So you can determine where you're going to go if if you're going to be there for the day and you're going to go in the water. You can find out what approaches are open and closed due to high tides, and also environmental reasons will close the approaches at night because of the turtles. And you can find out the closest restrooms, off-beach parking areas. It gives you, it's a wealth of information, and it's a great thing to look into before you go to the beach.
Well, Tammy, I want to wish you and the folks on the beach, a really safe and great holiday weekend. I know you and your folks will be out there in full force, and so let's have a great time and be safe. Huh?
We're looking forward to it. Thank you.
Our guest today is Tammy Maris. She's a captain with the county's Beach Safety Ocean Rescue. And with that, we'll go back to you.
Thanks, Dave, and thank you too for watching Volusia Magazine. If you have any questions at all about the program, just give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed on your screen, or you can log on to volusia.org. You can also watch the show online. Just go to volusia.org and select the News tab at the top of the screen. Incidentally, you can access the Volusia County Council's meeting calendar there too. You'll find out about meeting dates, workshops, activities, topics of interest, and how you can get involved. In fact, we have a fun event to tell you about at DeBerry Hall's historic site. The Friends of DeBerry Hall Historic Site are hosting a Rock the Roof concert and barbecue event featuring the music of guitar virtuoso Brad Sayer on Saturday, June 8th at 6 p.m. You'll want to get your tickets in advance since they will sell out quickly. The proceeds from the event will contribute to the repair of the roof and structure at the historic hunting lodge. And finally, we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today, Volusia County Government's public information radio broadcast. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Amber Patterson. I hope you have a great evening.